Hello. It's your girl Nadira coming to you on this Sunday. So I want to talk to y'all about my experience with COVID-19. So on my last video, I explained to you guys that I tested positive for COVID-19. And I want to take you through what I went through. Hold on one second. Okay. Sorry, going through Easy Pass. So around April 9th is when I actually took the test to see if I was positive, but I already felt that I was. So I'm gonna go back to April 5th. April 5th, I started feeling weird. I started feeling extremely tired, other than my norm, because I work 2 jobs and I only have 1 day off a week. So I know my body. You know, we learn our body. We know how far we can push our bodies. But this particular day, I was just super tired. And I noticed it, but I kind of brushed it off. Then I started feeling like cold. I started getting like chills off and on. Tuesday, I was fine. Wednesday, I was like, okay, something not right. I woke up, was preparing for work, and my body was just like, you gotta slow down. So I called my supervisor and I was like, listen, I'm gonna be late because I just feel a little tired and I need to take my time today. So I got to work maybe like a half an hour, 45 minutes late. I was fine. I went through the day until about maybe 3:45. I got this excruciating pain in my head, and it started from in between my eyes, like the bridge in my nose, into the middle of the top of my head. And I was just like, and it was to the point where I was squinting like I didn't have my glasses on. That's how much like the pain was coming like from the front to the back of my head. So I was like, okay, something is happening, something is wrong. So I called my doctor and I explained to my doctor, you know, everything that was going on with me from the past 3 days. So she was like, well, maybe you need to rest, because she knows me. She always tells me, you need to slow down, you need to take some days off, you need to rest, whatever. So she was like, maybe you just need to, go home and take the day off tomorrow. So I was like, okay. But I stayed at work because I took 2 Tylenols and I stayed at work. I got off work at 5. I went straight home. And I knew something was wrong because I never really sit on my couch too often. Every once in a while, I'll sit in my living room. Never really sit in my living room too often. And I just laid on the couch. You know, I put on some comfortable clothes and I laid on the couch. I laid there, I took a nap, and then I just got so cold and I had chills all over my arms to the point where I had to tell my son to turn the oven on, because I'm like, is it cold in here? Is it cold in here? And I'm asking him, like, he's like, no, Mom, it's not cold. So I got through Wednesday. I went to bed Wednesday night. Thursday morning, I woke up and literally my whole body was in pain. I mean, from the top of my head to the bottom of my toes, I felt pain. Like I felt paralyzed on the couch. Like I couldn't move. Like I just laid there like in excruciating pain. And I'm like, what is going on? My aunt came and I was telling her, like, I'm in pain, like I feel my chest feels so heavy, and I'm having shortness of breath. So she's like making me all these concoctions, making me, you know, all these herbal teas, because I keep herbal teas in my house. She's making me all these teas, lemon and all that other stuff. So I called my dad and I'm like, is your job, you know, testing for the coronavirus? So he's like, yeah, you think you have it? And I was like, yeah, I feel really bad. So the next day, on Friday, he came to get me, but I was hurting. Like Thursday, I couldn't, like, barely get up to go to the bathroom. From the couch to the bathroom, it felt like I walked or ran 5 miles. That's how hard I was breathing. I called my doctor Thursday. Let me go back. I called my doctor Thursday evening, and she called me back and she told me, download an app that checks my pulse and my oxygen. She was like, don't go to the hospital, because if you don't have the coronavirus and you go to the hospital, you're definitely going to get the coronavirus. So I downloaded this app. I'm going to put the name of the app in the description bar. And I downloaded the app, and she was like, every day, you know, check your oxygen and your, you know, your pulse, your what is it called? Your blood pressure. Check that. She was like, if it goes below 94, I have to go to the hospital. She was like, but if it don't go past that, stay home and try to, you know, work it out, as long as you know you can breathe and stuff like that. So, okay. Thursday, I just felt so bad. Like, it just felt like somebody was stepping on my chest every time I moved. Friday, my dad came because I was just hurting so bad. I called him. I was like, I really need to, you know, take this test. So he came right away, came and picked me up, and took me to his job to take the test. So, guys, I was so out of it, right? I watched so many videos about them doing the test with the Q-tip up your nose and how far it go up. I was so sick and so out of it. Like, I didn't feel nothing. When that lady stuck that Q-tip up my nose, I did not feel a thing. I took the test. I went home. I had all of the symptoms. I had chills. I had headaches. I couldn't eat. I had no sense of taste, no sense of smell. I had diarrhea. I went to the bathroom on myself several times because it was so hard for me to get up off the couch. Mind you, I'm still on the couch. My son is there, and we're just trying to, I was trying to get him to leave the house to, go to a relative house, but that's my baby. And he was like, Mom, I'm not leaving you here. I'm just gonna be quarantined in my room. And that's what he did. We sanitized. I had him sanitize everything. We sanitized everything. Every time I got up to go to the bathroom, I had my mask on. I had my gloves on. Every time he came out of the room, he had his mask on and his gloves on. And I thank Allah that, he didn't catch it. So for 5 days, I laid on that couch and went through it. My son said he would listen to me sleeping at night, and he said I sounded like a truck, like a big truck that was like rattling. So what I did was I just did a lot of home remedies. I took a lot of immune boosters. Like, one thing I did do was I drank hot tea all day, every day. Then I also blended up ginger and lemon. I blended it up and I put it in a jar. And what I would do was I would take 2 spoonfuls and I will put it in my bottles of water. So I would just sip and drink ginger and lemon water. I also would really help me because I had so much mucus built up in my chest. Excuse me. I did a pot. I put a pot on a stove with ginger, garlic, cloves, oranges, lemon, lime, sea salt, and I put it in a pot. And I just let it fill the house. And I could feel it going into my system. And I was able to spit up all of this mucus that was in my body. And when I say it was a lot, it was a lot. Like, I can hear it. Like, when I breathe, it was like a rumble in my chest. So I did that. I ate soup. Everything hot. Anything, soup, but I didn't start eating the soup until about day 4, because remember, I had no sense of taste or smell. So I tried to drink orange juice. Everything tasted like metal. One day I wanted some cold water. So I was like, I just want something cold. I'm just so tired of drinking, having hot stuff. I kid you not, I drunk maybe not even half of the water, and I could feel how tight my chest got when I drank the cold liquids. I instantly just felt my chest like tighten it up, and the mucus starting to build up in my chest. So I was like, I can't drink nothing cold. I also had, in my teas, I would put black seed oil, and I would take a teaspoon of elderberry. I did that, and by day 6, I was able to like force myself, like I had to get up and force myself to get up and walk around the house and just move around, because my body just wanted to lay down and sleep. But I had to get up and force myself, to move around and stay mobile. I was home for a month from work, and because, like I said, both of my jobs are essential jobs, so I was home for a month, and it was scary. It was very scary. Those 6 days was scary, and getting back to normal was scary. The cough was a cough that it was unexplainable. It was one of those dry coughs that once you started coughing, you couldn't stop, and it was just like nothing was coming up. And then when it was coming up, it was just like a lot, to the point I had a spit cup beside the couch, because it was just so much that I wasn't able to just jump up and get up and run to the bathroom, because I was so weak that I wasn't able to do that. So I did that, and y'all, I literally got through it by the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I prayed. I was just like, it was so scary, because I would watch the news and I would watch different things to see how many people were on ventilators and stuff like that. I just want to give a big up to my doctor, because she stayed on me. She made sure that I checked my oxygen level every day, and made sure that, I was still okay enough to stay home, although I was bad off. She did prescribe me that hydro, whatever it was that number 45 was talking about on the news. I was like, oh no, I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that. So I didn't take that, and I got through it. So by week 2, I felt able to get up and move around, and I still really didn't have an appetite. I still couldn't smell, but I was able to move around and maneuver a little bit more. I would say only thing I really was drinking was, my dad did buy me Gatorade, and I couldn't drink that room temperature. So everything was like, nothing was cold. I couldn't drink nothing cold. Then by week 3, I started gradually starting to gain my taste buds back. Like, I was able to taste certain things, and then some things I was like, oh no. By the end of week 3, I was a little more mobile, moving around a little more. Each day I would try to stay up and move around and try to clean a little here and clean a little there, just to, get that mobility and that energy back up. Then I retested the end of week 3 on a Friday, and then I received my test results back that following Wednesday, and it came back that it was negative. And then I went back to work that following Wednesday. So it was a struggle, guys, but I got through it. I tell everybody, keep your immune system boosted. I take echinacea pills. I still take the black seed oil in my tea. I have to get some more elderberry, and everything that I was taking, I was giving it to my son. He was taking elderberry, echinacea, all that. I was giving that to him too, to keep him, keep him safe and keep him okay, so that he would keep his immune system up. And I'm here. I'm here to tell the story. It's serious, I still wear my mask. I don't play around, when I work, I wear my mask. I wash my hands. I've always been washing my hands, but even more, I wash my hands, when I go in the house, I take my clothes off instantly. These clothes is going off, right? Take my stuff off. We don't walk around our house in shoes anyway. I always mop my floors, wipe the walls down, wipe the doorknobs down. We have to be careful because this virus is taking people's lives, and it's scary. I didn't, thank God, alhamdulillah, I didn't lose any family from this. I had me and 2 other family members in my family that tested positive for the coronavirus, and one of them was in critical condition, and alhamdulillah, she's doing fine and she's back home with her children. But I know so many people outside of my family and close friends that have lost their lives, lost so many family members, and it's devastating. You can't have a funeral. So it's a sad time, and we have to take it serious. We have to take care of ourselves and the people around us, because, just like how we drive a car, we have to not only drive for ourselves, we have to drive for other people. We have to take universal precautions, not just for ourselves, but for other people, because everybody don't take universal precautions. So that was, what happened. And I'm here. I'm well. I'm still, pushing through, gaining my energy back. But I'm here. So that's about it. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Motivational Monday. So until we meet again, Assalamu alaikum. Peace.